Coach, I'm just wondering what you saw tonight as your guys' biggest struggle.
Well, the obvious answer is the way they shot the three in the first half, particularly the first quarter. They had 14 threes at halftime. How they got those three were probably in a variety of ways, but it's an understatement that their three-point shooting was had the biggest impact in the first half against us.
So where were you on your guys' defense in defending those threes?
Well, we'll look
Did you
at
think
the
you did a good job, or was?
No, I thought they had some open looks. I thought they moved the ball well. I thought some of them were contested. Some were open. So I think they made so many and took so many. I think it's hard to generalize about it.
Next question is coming from Dwight James with NBC Sports Northwest.
Terry, it appears teams that move the ball, move bodies, give you guys some trouble. Your guys lose their man occasionally and don't get out on three-point shooters. What can you do about that? What are you making progress, do you think, defensively? I think you came into the game 27th rated or something like that. It's kind of looking like last year.
Well, we're just coming off a really good defensive game against the Lakers. So, I think, again, it's early to say. We're 4 games in. We've had a couple of poor defensive games against some teams that move the ball. I think that's a good observation, that whether it's Denver in the preseason or Utah or in tonight's case, they did move the ball well. And that is difficult to guard. And, we went into this game knowing that they had 9 or 10 very good three-point shooters. It's a strength of theirs, and I think it's in how they get them. But I give credit to how they move the ball, and again, they shot the ball well. So I think it's a combination of both. But it's a little early to say where we are defensively, because after 4 games, rankings I don't think mean as much as they do after 10 or 15 or 20 games.
Next question is coming from Jamie Hudson with NBC Sports Northwest.
Coach, you just mentioned the good defensive performance Monday night, but you also had Gary Trent Jr., who was that spark off the bench Monday, led those comebacks. Did you feel like you missed his energy tonight?
Oh, no question we missed him. He was a huge impact in the Laker game, and there's no question we missed him out there tonight at both ends.
Another question coming from Jason Quick, The Athletic.
Coach, do you have any theories on why we're seeing so many blowouts in the NBA this season?
I really don't. You look at the games, I've mentioned this, I think last time, it's really unusual. I don't have an answer for it, but I think everybody sees that it's a real thing. Seems like every night there's 1 or 2 blowouts. And I don't have any theory as to why.
Coming from Casey Holdall with Trailblazers.com.
CJ, obviously a lot of the talk's been about the defense, but how would you assess your guys' offense so far through 4 games?
I have to really watch the film on it, but I think we've had some great moments and then some not so great moments. The turnovers, at times they snowball and they make it harder on us defensively when we're trying to get back in transition. That leads to a lot of points for teams, and they're able to go when the defense isn't set. But I think we're rolling. We're not even a week into the season. We've won some close games. We've got blown out. We've done both. But at the end of the day, we're 2-2, 6 days into the season. So there's a lot of time left to kind of figure things out. And just 2 games still left to be played on this road trip. So we got to take care of business.
Next question is coming from Aaron Fentres with the Oregonian.
You got me? Am I good? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
How hard is it to get a team to slow down at all when they're rolling the way they are? I mean, a lot of people talk about whether it's the defense or whether it's them. I mean, if they're on, they're on. Is there just a point where you can't do much about it?
We just got to be more aggressive. I think it was a lot of easy shots, easy flow for them. They were very, very comfortable, and they're already good players as it is. So We can't make it easy for Kawhi to get catches. It can't be easy for PG to kind of raise up and do things. And I think tonight, credit them for getting what they wanted, but also we just have to do a better job making it more difficult. And it's hard when you get down in the league. It's hard to come back, especially against talented teams. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of effort. And you got to get stops in a row. And I don't think we did that tonight.
Thanks.
Next question is coming from Dwight James with NBC Sports Northwest.
CJ, it seems like you guys have trouble with rotations, particularly against a team that moves the ball like these guys do, shoots frequently from the outside. Is this something that can get better, or do you think it might be better to sort of change the focus of what you're doing defensively? I see you guys not rotating, and you haven't done a lot of that in the past, really.
Well, I mean, it worked against the Lakers, and they got the best passer in the world. So it just depends on, communication. There's a lot of things that go into it, and we got to do better. I think there was times where we had lapses against the Lakers. There's times where we had lapses against the Houston Rockets, but there's also times where we put it together. So I just got to put together more stops. I think taking care of the ball on offense will be great for us. Defensively, getting back in transition will be great, making them play against the half court. But, credit to the Clippers. They're a good team. They move the ball well. They got good players who can ISO, players you have to pay attention to. But all in all, we're moving on. We lost. Game's over. We're moving on to the Warriors.